Wow, good Lord heavens to Betsy, look at this mansion, y'all. I swear, this is like one of the best places I ever seen yet. There's a lot left behind. Now, I know I'm gonna get a lot of people in the comments section that's gonna ask me, Rick, did you make it to Europe yet? The answer is no, I didn't, but this looks a lot like Europe. So if you wanna see Europe and the USA, you come here. I can't wait to show you what's going on with this place. So in this episode, I want y'all to come along with me, grab a pile of popcorn, eat that stuff, pop it in your mouth, grab a Coke, maybe some snacks, and let's get at it. Click the doodly-doo.
In this episode, I'm going to tell you a story about a man who once lived inside this home. Because his physical therapy and meticulous care prolonged by 5 years the life of a man who was given only 3 months to live, Mr. Smith resolved to open a private nursing home. Smith, 35 years old, who once studied for priesthood, is the owner of a private hospice care facility. Mr. Smith, named for the patron of sick and nurses. He bought this English Tudor house in 1969 from a former family who once lived inside. People described him as a tall, skinny, mild-mannered, and accommodating man who is a licensed nursing home administrator and a licensed male nurse. He trained in physical therapy at a local hospital and interned at several nursing facilities. After further digging, I discovered a note that he had written, and it said in 1958, I took care of a patient referred to me by doctors at General Hospital and attended to him at his home. His name was Frank, 68 years old, a mechanic and a widower, and he lived nearby. And I knew he had Parkinson's disease. I attended him for 3 months, and he was confined to a wheelchair. Unfortunately, I had to leave him to study at the seminary in Milwaukee, and returned after a year because of back trouble. And then I learned that Frank was back in the hospital. His doctor said he would not live for 3 months. Frank asked him to live with him. I spoon-fed him, lifted him into his car, and took trips with him. I also redecorated his home and landscaped his yard. When Frank died 5 years later, I decided to care for patients in my own home and continued my education. From 1966 to 1969, I took courses in nursing at a community college and business administrator at another. In 1972, Mr. Smith graduated from Ohio State University's School of Administration Science, and in 1973, he was a licensed nurse home administrator, and he gave private physical therapy to patients at their homes on referral by doctors at local hospitals. He was also a Bible study teacher at local church gatherings. Personal misfortune hit hard for Mr. Smith last summer. He was stricken with a severe case of pneumonia and later, while using an electric hedge trimmer, severed 2 fingers on his right hand. Luckily, the hospital sewed him back on, and he recovered with physical therapy. Now that you know the backstory, I think it's time we go inside and see what else we can find and finish the story of Mr. Smith and his home. The name is Ranger Rick. My mission in this series is to go back to the past, dig it up, search for clues, and stay curious. In each episode, I tell stories of abandoned places and their history. So come with me, let's explore together and see what we can find. With the issuance of a permit, Mr. Smith was determined to add a 2-story, 20,000 square foot wing to the 14-room Tudor mansion he was preparing for most of his life. The addition will house 50 people, and Mr. Smith wanted to make his patients as comfortable as possible. He and his parents purchased this house in 1969, and it was built in 1933. The house is a typical Tudor mansion with oak woodwork and stone-faced fireplaces throughout. This home has a great hall with carved cathedral ceilings and a winding stairway to a balcony at one end. The windows are lidded glass, a solarium connected through the great hall, and the music room has vaulted ceilings with molded heads of Dickens characters above the windows, and floors that are made of slate. When the new wing is finished, the house will have a living quarter with administration offices for Mr. Smith and his parents. The house and all public areas of the nursing wing will be furnished with antique furniture. Residence rooms will have modern hospital-type furniture, but the attire will be Tudor to match the main structure. The second floor will house terminal patients in one area and intermediate patients in another. Mr. Smith plans a staff of 35, with 9 nurses for round-the-clock care. Until now, Mr. Smith has done all the work himself: the planning, the decorating, and caring for 2 patients in his home. Unfortunately, funding would be an issue, and these plans never came to fruition. Mr. Smith would later pass away on December 30th, 2020, and his house still remains.
Look at me, I've been on the road for like a week and I haven't shaved yet. Anyways, it is what it is. All right, if anybody who's anybody that knows me, I like to present this house or houses as if you were the owner. How would it look if you were the owner coming through that door right there? Let's see what it looks like. All right, so you enter here. This is the first thing you see. I know it's kind of disappointing at first. This is the first thing you see. But you know what? I'm not going to keep you waiting. Let's go into the main room of this masterpiece. And no, we are not in England, even though it kind of looks like it. I'm going to just go ahead and name this the Panda Mansion because there's like tons of them in this house. And I mean tons. You're going to see as we go along, but that's one right there. I told you. Didn't I tell y'all? Look at this place. This place, oh my goodness. I tell you, man, these time capsules, they just keep getting better and better. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is an instant win for me. You know why? Look at that. Like they use an old barn wheel from a horse carriage and they just put it on the ceiling as a chandelier. That is an instant win. Look at this. This is their living room set. It looks very European, almost like a French style look. I'm pretty sure this is French. And I know I'm gonna have some people in the comments telling me, Rick, that is not French. Well, guess what? I think it is. But really, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. You know I like playing with y'all. All right, so look at this. Could you imagine coming through right there? You have a long day of work and you just want to sit home, kick your shoes off, maybe put your feet right here, read a book, and the only thing that's missing is a TV. But in a place like this, you really don't need one because it's just that damn good. But yeah, can you picture yourself doing that? So we got a settee, or a love seat. We got a little wingback chair. And of course, you can't forget the sofa with a very, very, very miniature style coffee table in the middle. And a little two-tiered end table. I put that piece there just for show. It wasn't there before. I had to make it look pretty. Yes, indeed. Look at this. Ooh. This house is just like one big pot of jambalaya because like it just has every little thing in it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ingredients to this house. There's a little bit too much to film in here. Wow. This is impressive. Good God. All right, let's go ahead and concentrate on the little things. So the first thing that you see in this room is a grand fireplace. And I say grand because, I mean, it kind of looks like it. You have these people right here. Don't know who that is just yet, but I'm going to do some homework. Maybe I could find out. But look at this. Look at that fireplace. That was an actual wood burning fireplace. As you can see the charcoal marks in there. Wow. Look at all the soot that came out through the years. I'm sure they cleaned it up with this little witch broom. But yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. Oh, yes, indeed. And when you come over here, you have a few things to look at. Of course, you got this big Christmas tree, followed by the Virgin Mary. Don't know who that is, but for sure I'm gonna do my homework. Y'all know I do my homework. But if I don't do it thoroughly enough, I have all y'all commenting in the comments how awful of a person that I am. But we just gotta get through it, right? As you can see, I'm very excited about this one. And of course, here's the floor. We have more like a stone. No, this is more like a slate type of look. Wow, look at this rug. This is amazing. Can y'all tell I'm excited? Now let's take a look at this section right here because it looks like they like to read. This is like a little miniature library. Look at that. That is so cool. And on this side, it says American Law and Procedure. That's what they like to read. Look at all these books. They're just so old. They collect in dust through the years, and they're just, look at this. So many spider webs on them. It's ridiculous. But I'm thoroughly impressed. Look at this. You can't forget the wood, y'all. Look at that. Look at the wood. Look at the wood. I love that wood. Gotta get the wood. Everybody likes wood, right? Especially in a house. Look at the ceiling. But look at this right here. Look. This is probably my favorite piece of furniture in this whole house. It just looks like a king would sit here. You know what I mean? It's like it's made for a king. I'm gonna do what I do and bring y'all upstairs because I know y'all wanna see the upstairs. Right? Here we go. Ooh, I'm excited. Y'all getting excited? Watch this. I'm very excited. Here we go. Whoa. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all, so we just made it up the stairs, and this is what I want to show you when you come up the stairs. If downstairs wasn't enough for you, check this out. Woo-hoo. Yes, indeed. Look at that. So if being downstairs wasn't enough, being upstairs is a whole different story. Yes, indeed. This is like a little loft area. There's no furniture. We could definitely put some up here to make it a little bit more cozy, you know. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? What the hell is that noise? I'm standing in a hallway, but it sounds like a rodent is like right behind this wall. Could barely hear him. I don't know if that's coming across on camera, but I can hear him squealing a little bit, very faintly. All right, let's continue. Can't be worrying about a rodent all day. Let's get one last look of this living room before we proceed. All right. All right, we are still on tour. I'm gonna take you guys in here with me now. We are leaving the living room, and we are going into the main hallway. This is probably the most well-lit room in the house. One of them. I'll show you another well-lit room. But this is one of my favorites. But look at this. Look, 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 look. Look at the faces. What? Oh my God. Look at all these faces. Why? That is creepy. Like, get out of here. Why do they have all these? Oh my God. That's like the Hunchback or something. That's a witch. It's a big fat guy. I don't know who that is. He looks like the town wizard or something. Yeah, this is creepy. Here we are, step into the other room. I'm not gonna take too much time in this room. I love this room, but like, there's just not that much to see. We've got American flag. Always gotta like that. And then we got a piano, which is cool, made by Julius Bauer, Julius Bauer. I'll do my homework on that a little later. See if that's worth any money for y'all. Wonder if it is. Oh, look at this. I think I see a record of Bach. No, who is this? I don't know who that is. I think it's some Italian name or something. But this is some of the music they like to listen to here. Simon Bear, William Kempf. Wow. Mozart. All right, so let's put these back like we had it, because I get a ton of y'all in the comments saying, well, you don't put back stuff where you had it. Well, I just did. Okay, so as we move along, I get a lot of y'all in the comments saying, Rick, you never put anything back like you found it. Well, in this episode, well, I do, behind the scenes. But in this episode, I'm gonna show you real time that I do. All right, let's continue. I know some of y'all sensitive about that, so I'm gonna try to fix that problem. Hopefully y'all can accept me for who I am and what I do. I love that piece. Look at that medallion up there. Wow. That is amazing. All right, so believe it or not, here's the upstairs, but it's kind of hard to find in a place like this. You would think it would be easy to find because it's like the grand staircase. However, it's almost kind of like hidden. It's kind of hard to explain, but damn thing's like hidden. This is the floor. Looks like they might have updated this place at one point in time. I want to say this more like 80s, but I could be totally wrong. I can't get everything right, y'all. I'm not a historian. I'm just here to take y'all on a tour and to see what we see and discuss it in the comments. If I do say so myself, I do a good bit of history and background checks on these places when I create the story in the beginning, but I can't get everything right. But like I said, that's why we're here to discuss it in the comments. Oh, here's like a picture of, well, I mean, a figurine of, is that Jesus? Who is, no, this is not Jesus. This is like a, I don't know what that is, like a Ken doll or something? I don't know. Maybe a religious Ken doll. Sandals. Almost looks like he's from Jerusalem. I noticed one thing about this house is that the person who lived here had a lot of religious artifacts lying around. Like you'll see a whole bunch of like figurines and everything. Don't know why, but that's what they went with. Maybe they're really religious. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people out there are really religious. Whether you are or are not, doesn't matter, as long as you're a good person. And this is the kitchen. Wow, brick. That's what the outside kind of looks like. Let me turn down my exposure a little bit. Yeah, that's what the outside looks like. So picture this. As you are washing your dishes and cleaning your chicken, you get to look outside through that window right there. And here we are. On this side, on this end, we have, excuse me, I'm hiccuping. We have an old stove from, I want to say, the maybe 70s or 80s. I don't think this is the 90s. I want to say 70s or 80s. If anybody remembers the Thermatic 2 by how you say that? Thermador. Thermator? I have no idea. Leave it in the comments if you remember. I'm probably making a fool of myself right now, but it is what it is. I'm just completely dumbfounded and bumfuzzled by this house. It is that miraculous of a find. Even though there's only like 1 or 2 cool rooms, everything else is just basically a mismatch of whatever. Another panda bear. Another panda bear. Panda bear. Panda bear. Panda bear. I know I saw another one around here somewhere. All right, I promise you there's like 10 more. So right here, we just came, what we did was wrap around through this end, and remember the front door? Well, we're going right back to it, but not just yet. Here's the basement floor, which I will save that for last. All right, so we're still, I guess this is where we were before. I guess that was the den area. No, that was the living room, and this has got to be like the den area. This is just like a massive room. As we come right here, see a cool few artifacts, more religious stuff. It's a cross of Jesus. That's pretty cool. Look at this desk, my Lord. Look at this. All right, so, it's wood right here, but metal everywhere else, giving it somewhat of a steampunk type of look. There's a look from outside, all the vines and everything. Got to appreciate that. Here's a look from this side, more vines. And as we look up here, that is the second story, which we will go to in just a moment. I promise you that. But let's see what else we can find downstairs. Here we go. Alrighty, walking down this hall right here, believe it or not, here's another entryway. This place, I think, has a front door, side door, back door. Actually, it has 2 side doors and front door and a back door. And of course, it's locked. You can't get in through this way. I can't tell you how I got in, but I did. I managed to get in. No, I didn't have to break nothing. But yeah, this is really cool. No alarms. I can confirm that. Promise you, no alarms. So if anybody finds this place after me or before me, you know what's up. All right, look at these wood beams. My God. This is something you would see on like HGTV or something. You know what I mean? Like when they restored wood beams going across the ceiling. This is some heavy duty stuff right here. And look, it even flows down from the wall all the way down here, which is more wood paneling. That's amazing. Amazing. As you'll see as we go along, you'll see a lot of stained glass windows. I love that. Beautiful. Headed upstairs. Let's go ahead and check. I doubt there is anybody up here. because this place was way too hard to get into. Like way too hard. It was a mission. It used to be really easy for a lot of people, but now it got a lot harder. Here's the upstairs. Look, we have a nice little tub. Very cool. Again, one of my favorite rooms. Skylights shining through. All the way down right there. So you get a suntan while you bathe, you know what I mean? A lot of windows too. Again, you got the pretty medallions in the ceiling. We still in the bathroom. Got a toilet right there. Sink right over there. You know what I'm saying? Now this room is probably the most, well, now this room right here is probably the most lackluster room I can find in here. You got some cool Jesus statues and a lot of cool religious statues and artifacts in here, but nothing like really stands out. Got a few old papers. Let's see what we got. Can we find a date? Can we find a date? Can we find the date? No, there's no date on that. Is there a date on here? July 16th, 2011. Can y'all see that? Now here we go. We're getting into the juicy stuff here. When I say juicy stuff, I mean like letters. Actually, I'm gonna take a picture of that. I'm gonna have to blank that out. But this is how I do research on things. Sometimes I might see envelopes laying around the house, and they could be the people that lived here, or they're getting notes from somebody else, and then I have to look that family up, and it's just a chain of friends and family. And I could probably link it back to this house. Oh, here we go. All right, that is not this house. This is somebody else. Here's a whole stack of letters. God. Upstairs still, and we cannot forget about this beautiful room. Even though there's nothing here, still looks good. I like it. Very bright, very airy. Have a chair here, 2-tier end tables, and a little pedestal table. I'm starting to find a lot of postcards. I don't know who that is. It's weird. Oh, look at this General Electric old radio. Yes, believe it or not, that is an old radio. From maybe the 60s, I want to say. Kind of looks like that. Maybe the 50s. Beautiful chandeliers, attention to detail everywhere, even in this nice looking fireplace. Look at this. This is completely nuts. We have a little pendant right here. This actually kind of feels like plastic. I don't think this is wood. That's wood. This feels like something else. Let's see, is this, no, this don't even look like wood here. Oh, this is all show. Let me see. Well, it's real, but I think this might have been like, oh yeah, it's propane. Look at that. This is where you twist it for the gas. Okay. So we're still in this room, but this room has a bathroom, and look what's inside the toilet. Come on, y'all. I mean, really. But look at this bathroom. I swear, I keep on forgetting my light. I don't have a proper light with me right now, but look at this. Pink and green and blue tile. I will call this the Easter bathroom. The Easter basket bathroom. I thought these little pebbles right here were like feces from like an animal or something, but these are like little round BBs. Yeah, they're like little round BBs. We're back downstairs, because I think I did show you this room, but one piece I forgot that I really liked was this little buffet server right here. Look at that. Now that's definitely all wood on that one. That's gotta be from like the 40s or 50s on that thing. All right, here we go, going downstairs into the basement. We're doing this real time. I'm bringing y'all along with me. because I'm scared to death going inside basements and stuff. But we're here. I need a better flashlight than this. I'm just using my cell phone right now. I always forget my flashlight. I got one that hooks on my camera, but I forgot it in the car as usual. Always do that. But down here, it looks like we had a little custom bar or something. Yeah, this looks like a bar with the cabinets and stuff. Oh, here's an old check. What is this? For $120 in 1992. Uh-oh, I think I see a panda. Hey, Mr. Panda, here we go. I told y'all, another panda bear. He's just down there chilling. Whoa, look at all this stuff here. Whoa, more checks. We got some A drive floppies. That was a thing back in the day, huh? I just saw, now here we go. Here's something interesting right here. That's a couple having a drink at a bar. I just found a whole bunch of slides. All these things. Let's see if we can find anything else interesting around here. Let's try this one. Hopefully we get lucky. That one sucks. That one is a picture of the outside. Let's continue. I don't know who that is. All right, so we're leaving the well, we're still in the basement, but this is more like a cellar here. Yeah, I really wouldn't necessarily call this a basement. Kinda is, but let's say be it more of a cellar. It's cold down here. Man, this is creepy. Look at all the stuff. Here's another check that I found, $204. But in 1992, $200 was a lot of money. Quite a bit of money, actually. And of course, this leads back to upstairs. So let's do that. Let's go back upstairs. So we are back in the living room area. I forgot to explore this part, and I think the only way you can get up there is this ladder right here. So I'll be back in just a moment. All right, well, it looks like we made it upstairs. This is what we have. I'm completely out of breath now. Holy goodness. This is ridiculous. Look at all these panda bears. I'm telling you, this is nuts. Completely insane. What is that? Oh, that looks like a bust of Jesus. That's a face of Jesus. That's a bust. Wow. Wow, this is what it looks like upstairs, huh? There's really nothing up here except junk. There's some minor graffiti in here, but it's not a big deal. Cool. What is back here? I'm digging this piece of furniture right here. Beautiful looking end table. Very European / farmhouse. So you guys want to know what I did with all those pandas laying around? They're right behind me. Look at that. I shall now call this the Panda King Mansion. Yes, indeed. AKA the Christmas Mansion. Y'all are going to hold me to this one because I guarantee on Christmas Day, since we got Christmas colors here going on, I'm going to go ahead and upload a photo to my Instagram because this reminds me of Christmas. All right, y'all, that's everything. I hope y'all liked the video, and if y'all did, make sure you subscribe to this channel down in the doobly-doo. And that's it. Thank you for watching. On to the next one. Down in the doobly-doo.